Hey guys, it's Ness here at Cake Style, and I'm going to show you how to make succulent cupcakes. I created these for my daughter Hunter's birthday to take to school and enjoy with the rest of her class. They were really fun to make, and you guys have been requesting to see some more succulents, so I hope you really get a kick out of this lesson. So I'm starting off with two different kinds of biscuits or cookies. I have some Scotch finger biscuits, which are our absolute favorite, and I have some butternut snap ones as well. I'm gonna crush some of them up, but then I'm also gonna take some and use a food processor to make it really nice and fine. And I love the balance of some chunky bits and then some more sort of sandy kind of bits as well. Now, Hunter's favorite cupcakes are chocolate cupcakes. In particular, my fluffy chocolate cupcake recipe. So I'll add the details in the description box below for you. And I've whipped up some of my sweet buttercream and just added a hint of vanilla to it. All I want to do is get a smooth coating on top. It doesn't have to be perfect at this stage. You're just looking to get that on there. And then what we're going to do is tip them upside down and dunk them into that cookie mixture. Make sure that you get it all over it. Now, there was a lot of cupcakes that we made. I ended up with 33 cupcakes for the class. So I went ahead and did this to all the cupcakes before I got started on the piping. So once I'd used that buttercream, I've gone ahead and taken the same exact buttercream and tinted it in a bunch of different shades. I've got lots of greens, pinks and purples, a touch of yellow, and then some plain. I'm also going to be using a flower nail and cutting up some little pieces of parchment paper to do the piped ones. The first one I'm doing is a really easy one. I've done it on the succulent cake. It uses a 104 tip, but you just turn it upside down and it creates more of a puffy succulent look. These ones are really easy if you're used to piping roses, so be sure to do a lot of those if you're looking to make it a little bit easier on yourself. And I'm also doing some that kind of are like a begonia, except we do one layer around, build it up quite severe. So you want your second layer to be quite high and straight up. And I'm going to do them in a green as well as a purple shade. Now this purple shade is absolutely one of my favorite shades. Don't worry, I always leave all the details in the description box below for every single color, how many parts of what kind of food color I used. And then what I want to do is take some green as well as some purple, place it into a piping bag, and then using a 352 piping tip, which is a small leaf tip, I'm just going to pull out from the sides and slowly work around. Again, this is one that I did in the succulent cake, but she really wanted this one, and I thought that it would be super cool to do it as a two-tone this time and show off this purple. Now, once you've got a whole pile of them, you want to chill them in the fridge for at least 15 to 20 minutes so that they set up nice and firm, and we're going to keep going with more piping. Now I'm taking a really natural sort of pinky taupey shade, and I'm going to be doing that same begonia effect, but this time with a 102 piping tip, so it's a little bit smaller. I'm going to be making some yellow roses, and if you need a hand with roses at all, be sure to check out this video right here. And I'm going to be doing some of the chrysanthemums, which I did in the succulent. I know that there's a lot of repetition, but the birthday girl did ask for this, and I still wanted to make sure that I shared this video with you because I think that it's really cool to see them placed onto cupcakes. And I just like the chrysanthemum ones. I just think that they kind of work as a flower with the succulents. Now for the top of the cupcakes, some of the things you just pipe directly on here. And so what I did is I just grabbed a whole pile of different shades of green and different piping tips that are star tips. Some of them are large, some of them are small. And I just wanted to do lots of little tufts and puffs of little succulents and cactus and all that kind of stuff. And I just really like the variety in the height and the dimension. This one's done a little different. This is a new one, and it's just with a small round piping tip, just going nice and straight and up to make it kind of a little bit spiky. And this eucalyptus shade is my absolute favorite. Now I'm going to take all of the things that I've chilled for about 15 to 20 minutes, as I said, and I'm going to pop them onto the top. Now, if any of them don't want to stick at all, be sure to add a little dab of icing first in your buttercream and then pop it on top. I'm also using a blossom tip to create a little blossom on top of some of the larger cupcakes. And I'm using a number 1 piping tip to create some little white dots along the edge of some of the cactus. Pop all of the little flowers and everything on top. And there you have our gorgeous succulent cupcakes. Thank you so much for requesting to see more of them. I know that there was some of them that you've seen before, some of them that you haven't, and definitely a lot of different colors for you. Be sure to check out the description box below because, as I said, I always list the colors, and I feel like that's half the reason why you watch these videos, is to see what colors, how to make them, and that's just a really difficult part of decorating sometimes, is getting those right shades. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you again next week.